Guys, welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be my match review of Sheffield United winning 4-2 at Bramall Lane yesterday against Wigan. So just before I start the video, make sure to drop a like, and the target is going to be 5. And I urge you guys to go watch my matchday vlog from yesterday. It's on over 600 views at this current moment in time. It's gone massive. So another view, if it's got that many views, it should be a decent video. So go watch it. And I hope you enjoy hearing me chanting. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, the pre-match, you just saw me, the lineup came out. McGoldrick, Sharp and Clark. What's going off there? I did anticipate it correctly with McGoldrick playing as the number 10, then obviously Leon and Billy as a front two, which last season it worked well. So, with Billy and Leon up front, it worked well last season, so I wasn't complaining. And it was a role which we hadn't seen McGoldrick playing yet, so that was interesting. If it went bad, we could have lost the match, but it worked well, and all three of them have played as a duo together. Sharp and Clark, Sharp and McGoldrick. You get what I'm saying? So they were all familiar with each other, and as a Blade, we were expecting it to go well, and it did. And then the defence, Stearman came in for Egan, and I thought he was competent. There's a notable difference between the two players, but one of them cost 4 million and one of them was like less. I don't know how much Richard Stearman was. I can't remember if it was a free or whether it was like 500,000 from Fulham, I want to say it was. But, there was a huge price difference, huge age difference, and Egan is the better player. I'm not going to disguise that, but I thought that Stearman came in and did a good job. 3-minute right back. Poor game. There's no hiding from it. He had a very poor game. He put in one good cross I can remember, and nobody got on the end of it. The rest of his crosses were most of them were to the front post. I think one of them was to the back post. And they were just either under hit or over hit, and I think it's a game for him to forget. We've got Forest away on Saturday. If he does play, he's a former Derby player. I'm hoping that he can put out a better performance. And Stevens on the left side, I thought he was decent, but he bottled it in the final third, which we've seen a lot from him. And this is the first half one about, okay? We've seen a lot of that from him, but we did go 1-0 up, to a lot of people's surprise, because Wigan, the first side at the Lane, I would say, in a while, to, after the first 10-15 minutes, really put us on the back burners, and they could have gone 1-0 up. It was very surprising that they didn't, to be honest, but what minute would it have been that the own goal went in? Let's say between the 15th and 25th, so I've not a clue when it was. I probably should, but it was about halfway through the first half when we went 1-0 up. It was a lovely throw. I know I've slated for him, but it was a lovely throw in from him to send Bash away, and their keeper came out for it. Bash beat him, and a bit of confusion by the Wigan defence put us 1-0 up. Shea Dunkley put the ball into the back of his own net. And it was a surprise goal. You'd have heard by my chanting in the actual vlog that I didn't really celebrate it too much. I was confused at how the hell we even got into their box. Then on the 39th minute, they made it 1-1. It was Naismith. They got him on a free from Portsmouth, I think it was, in the summer. And he'd just come on from Roberts, a player who I was speaking about pre-match. And he scored it. It was a clever finish. Dino was unlucky not to save it. But then on the 45th minute, we made it 2-1. Yeah, I had to think about the score then. 2-1. Now, it's stupid, so I can't actually remember what happened. I think it was it was a free kick from Norwood. Back post, Stearman rocketed it in to Billy Sharp, and Billy Sharp poked it into the back of the net, even though we had about 2 or 3 Wigan players in his way. So 2-1 at half time. Surprised, probably one of our worst performances at the Lane thus far, and we were in the lead. And then we came out in the second half, and by the 65th minute we were 4-1 up. Billy Sharp grabbing 2 goals. Can we just praise Ollie Norwood? The passes he made to Clark and Stevens respectively for the 2 goals were insane. So I don't even know which goal first. I think it was the one where he passed it through to Clark and he tapped it in. But he just played a driven through ball to Clark. Clark with his left foot got it to the back post, and Billy Sharp passed it into the back of the net. And then I'm sure you guys have seen it, but I just love talking about it. And then for his hat-trick goal, the pass was sublime. Outside of the boot, their player, Reece James, defending Ender Stevens, didn't know what he was doing. Ender Stevens flicked it over him, and Billy Sharp somehow managed to flick it over their keeper from about a centimetre away. How he did it, I don't know, but that was the hat-trick, and we was all happy. Then they scored on about the 70th minute, made it 4-2. Now, the reputation that they've got so far is that although they will have 8 goals in a match between the two sides, they will certainly try and get half of them, if that makes sense, They're not scared of, if they go 4-1 up, they are going to try and come back, but we defended it well. Joe Garner couldn't quite get another couple of goals to get them back into the game. And we won 4-2. But for the lineup on Saturday, a couple of players which I'm going to say I want to take out. I love Richard Stearman after last season, but I feel like Egan was a player that we missed. George Bordock, he's fully fit. He's back onto the bench for the last few games now. I'd bring him in. Or if Freeman stays in, I would expect a much better performance. Midfield, I feel like other than that, we didn't really miss anything. Maybe Duffy's ability to keep the ball and, mug off defenders, but I feel like the front three worked well. And I've got to say, we've got Wednesday in 2 games' time. Leon is really setting himself up well to play. And if he does, I will certainly have him to grab a couple, because Wednesday's defence lately, they've been conceding 3s and 4s. So if in 2 games' time they haven't sorted it out, it could be another slaughtering like last season at their place. So I'm not saying too much. We probably will go and lose to Wednesday now I've said that. But hopefully you have enjoyed the video. If you did go to the match yesterday, whether you're a Sheffield United or Wigan supporter, make sure to drop a like on the video. The 5 is the target that's set. So yeah, let's subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day. And Blades, although we didn't play the best, we still got the win. Come on.